and talks with the team. I've spoken to several people with the Seattle organization and said, look, we're planning for Russell Wilson for 2021. There's nothing going on right now, no potential trades drawn up for Wilson, but it's outside of the organization. Several high-ranking people I've spoken to believe this is an inevitability. Maybe not this offseason, but next offseason because of the growing tension that isn't right now. It's been a couple years. There were even trade talks with the Cleveland Browns a few years back about doing a potential deal when the Browns were drafting high because Russell Wilson has grown increasingly frustrated with the lack of personnel input, particularly the investment from the team in the offensive line over the last 8 to 10 years. He's wanted more of that. He hasn't gotten it. It's resulted in some heating up moments internally with the team and the coaching staff.
Is remarkable because he is always, at least outwardly, the most team-first guy. He ends every interview conversation by saying, "Go Hawks." What can we tell us about the 4 teams here, Jeremy? The Bears, the Raiders, the Saints, and the Cowboys, because fans at a lot of those places are awfully excited this morning.
Yeah, so Russell Wilson's thinking is broader. It's big picture from what I'm told. This is a guy who wants to be in an NFL managerial position in the future, maybe even NFL ownership. So in a case like Chicago, he's not thinking in terms of their struggles on offense recently. He's thinking in terms of turning around a franchise that is historically great but has had struggles on offense for the better part of 20 years. He would love that kind of story. And then Dallas, it's a huge market. It'd be fun to play for them. New Orleans, he's thinking good play calling, an offensive mind that could expand his game. So he's really throwing a lot of different flavors out there. And that's by design from what I'm told. He wants to give himself a variety of options. This is a short list he's had for a while in his back pocket because of his no trade clause, ready to go at any time.
My goodness. Bart Scott, what do we make of this?
I mean, you talk about the frustration. We call this the Tom Brady effect as well. You talk about great players that's trying to take control of their narrative. But also look within the division. I think right now I would probably place the Seahawks as the 3rd best team within that division, with Arizona's kind of vying for that 3rd spot as well. He's been hit so many times. Greeny sacked over 107 times in the last 4 years. His lack of input on the personnel should be frustrating. I mean, he's had a turnstop at right tackle, whether it was Chad Wheeler or Art Shell. I mean, you should know all about Art Shell being